All right. Hello, hello, hello. We are officially live. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wait for some people to join in here, but welcome. Welcome to my first Instagram takeover and my first live of the day. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to wait for a few more people to join in. Hi, everybody. Hi, Snowdoodles. Hi, Alex. Hello from Greece. I wish I could say hello in Greek. Hey, everybody. A bit of exciting news. I just posted about this, but in a couple of minutes, we are going to be joined by Melinda Sue Taylor and Noga Landau, who run Nancy Drew and are every reason why the show is so special and why you guys have loved it so far. They're going to be with us in a couple of minutes. I just want to let you know that after I speak with them, I'm going to be speaking with our producing director extraordinary, Larry Tang, who is one of my favorite people I've ever worked with. We're going to get him on here. He has everything to do with why the show looks and feels the way it does, and he's just a remarkable guy. And you guys will love hearing some behind the scenes technical stuff about why the show has looked the way it has and the choices that got made. So any minute now, I'm gonna bring in Noga and Melinda, and we'll talk with those guys. And I'm gonna do my best to try and answer questions as we go here. I want to talk to you, but I also want to follow along with questions. We want to keep our eyes on the prize during our conversations today and during this live, during all my interviews with people. Tonight is the season finale of season 1 of CW's Nancy Drew. We're incredibly proud of the show we've made. Tonight is our 18th episode. And we've had some huge reveals over the course of these past few episodes. And there are more tonight. And things are just really exciting in tonight's episode. Thankfully, we're picked up for season 2, so we will be coming back next season. Hi from Nova Scotia. So we're gonna have a whole new season of episodes next year, which we can't wait to dive into. But for now, tonight is our last episode. It's 8 Central if you're in the States, and wherever you find it around the world, I hope you guys get to see it and love it as well. Hello from Russia. So it's hey Virginia Beach. Hope you guys are all staying safe. I want to say, obviously, we're going to be talking all things Nancy Drew today, but with everything going on in the world, I hope you guys are all safe and well and hunkered down with people you love. I can't guarantee that I will be alone during this live because I have 3 small children. You might be able to hear them stomping around up there right now. I think they're riding their bikes in the house as we speak because that's where we are. Yes, Caitlin, the season finale really is tonight. This health situation that we're all dealing with did cut our season short. But what was great was and Noga and Melinda, who are going to be on here in a minute, can speak to this. They chose to tell this story in such a unique way where the biggest reveal of the whole maybe first season happened in episode 16. So for anybody who isn't caught up, get caught up. Get off this live and go to the CW app and catch up. But if you are caught up, you're in for a great ride tonight. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to... Okay, here we go. I got Melinda, and I'm going to bring Noga on. Hopefully. Noga Landau! Hi!
Hi.
How is everybody?
We're good. We're good. I'm so glad as soon as you said your kids might interrupt the video, I was like, yep, mine's definitely interrupting the video.
Oh, sweet boy. How is he doing?
He's good. He had an incident with his crib where the crib ran into him this morning.
Oh boy. It's like
Yeah, it got in his way. But
it.
besides that, he's just living the quarantine life.
Oh, buddy. It's so good to see you. I'm going to see if I can add Melinda as well.
Okay. Okay, great.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
For some reason,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to let me do that.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go on for the next 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go away, and then Mel's gonna come on.
I guess the thing that I would want to say more than anything would be congratulations.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's a milestone hitting the end of this first season.
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and I know we had to cut it short by a little bit, like most TV shows right now. But I'm so excited for everyone to see tonight's episode.
Is there anything you'd want to say? Do you want to give a spoiler-free tease about the season finale tonight?
I would love to. We will be seeing some of Leica.
Mm-hmm.
There is some very cool choice of Leica appearances that I think you will all appreciate. And we're gonna end on a big giant cliffhanger that's gonna launch us into season 2.
Yeah, so I think it's just really fascinating how you chose to tell this story in kind of an unconventional way where, you know, when we got to the end of episode 16, there were a lot of people who were kind of like, whoa, that feels like maybe something that might have waited till the end of the season. Do you want to say anything about your thoughts about structuring it that way and where we find ourselves now, given the fact that, you know, it was only a couple episodes before the end of the season?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing that we wanted to always do with the show is to make sure that you never knew when the mystery was going to be solved.
Right.
You know, we didn't want it to be like, no matter what, we're gonna have 22 episodes each season, and episode 22 we solve the mystery. We wanted it to feel like you just never know, almost like in real life when you're solving a crime. You never know when you're going to get that one moment, that one clue, that one incident where everything comes together and suddenly the mystery starts all clicking into place. And that was, you know, I think choosing to do that with episode 16 felt about right, because we got on so many emotional journeys with Nancy and Carson already, and we felt like in their relationship, it was time for the truth to finally come out.
Yeah. Awesome. Is there anything that, I suppose, does anything stand out in terms of the first season being sort of different than you expected, exactly what you pleasant surprises, or it's because I feel like you talk about your origins and even how you pitched this show, and it just feels like you had such a clear sense of how you wanted to tell this story. How does it feel being on the back end of this whole first season?
Oh my God, it's the best feeling in the world because it has completely exceeded expectations. I would say one of the areas that has really surprised me is how funny this cast is.
Yeah.
You know? We always knew it was going to be scary. We always knew that it was going to be mysterious and suspenseful and dramatic and all that. I never could have anticipated how absolutely funny you guys all are. Awesome. And I have to say, Scott, like my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments thus far is in last week's episode where George and Nick come knocking on your door and they're like, you owe us a Leica, things, coming into the forest. And you're like, I don't even know half the words you're talking about. Yeah. That's one of my favorite moments that so far the first season.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree, totally agree with you. I feel like it's crucial in a show that feels deeply emotional and suspenseful to give people a chance to laugh is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so important to just release the tension. And speaking of releasing tension, I will excuse myself now because I really want everybody to get a couple of minutes with Melinda.
Okay, awesome.
Scott, I love you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you on behalf of everybody watching. Thank you for creating it, and thank you. I'm so excited for the end of this season, and I can't wait to start next.
Okay, awesome. All right, bye guys.
Hug your sweet family.
I will, you too.
Bye, Ann. Okay. Noga. Gosh, I love Noga. Isn't she awesome? So, yeah, it was Noga who originally pitched this show to, I think I might be speaking out of turn, but pitched it to producers, pitched it to the production company, and wound up pitching it to the studio and the network, and got this whole thing started. So I'm going to bring on Melinda, who is our showrunner extraordinaire. And let's see if I can get Melinda on here. All right, Melinda. And these guys literally are taking time out of a very busy, they're still working at a distance, but they're, hi!
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Hopefully this connection's okay. I
It's
feel
great.
like my granny emoji is up with my, Instagramming, and it's just
I know.
so like, what a new world. But it's good. It's good.
We are. I was just telling everyone that I'm stealing you and Noga right before a notes call with the, is it the studio, the network? Both?
Yeah, studio. We're going to talk to them about the notes document for one of our first episodes of season 2, which they just received last night. I'm sure they'll have questions and thoughts. And
awesome. Oh, do I still have you? Yeah, I have you. Well, congratulations on getting to the end of this first season. How are you feeling?
Well, all things considered, really good. I think that this ended in a way we didn't expect it to end, but we've made the best of it. We've got a silver lining. We're finding new things out every day about technology and each other and the world, and it's just a fascinating time to be alive. We're fortunate to have a little bit of a safe seat from which to watch all of this. We've got our families safe with us. We've got Wi-Fi and electricity and heat and food in the fridge, and that's way more than lots of people have. So we feel very grateful.
Sure. I'm curious because I haven't really thought a lot about this yet, but now that I've got you, are there conversations happening in any way about how life might look differently once we get started again working together?
Well, I think there will be more face masks and more sanitizer.
Yeah.
I think that even in LA, they're talking about, just the governor yesterday was talking and saying, if you have restaurant reservations, or you may be greeted by waiters in face masks, disposable menus, and like take your temperature at the door, literally. Like they'll make sure that you're healthy enough to come inside the building. So that'll be different. The writers' room currently is meeting on Zoom. Our video conferences have been really successful, actually. We love seeing each other's tiny faces this big on a screen, and we're able to collaborate and be creative and be inspired and take heart in each other. So that's really good. And I actually think we might try to do a little bit of telecommuting on a regular basis, just because, it's so efficient. I love efficiency. Allows people to be human and spend a little more time with their families, a little less time in the car. I think all of that is good, and it actually refills the well for writers.
Awesome. Well, the focus of today is teasing our big season 1 finale tonight. Is there anything you'd want to say, a sort of spoiler-free kind of your point of view on what goes down tonight?
I think that we have a fun balance of answers and new mysteries. I think that we were able to wrap up some things and solve a couple things, but also leave a bunch of things in a terrifying and exciting way, completely open-ended for you to come back to in season 2.
Yes. It's so awesome. So yeah, I was saying to Noga too, just from a storytelling standpoint, the fact that, if in theory you guys had been telling a story the way stories have been told conventionally in the past, we might not have gotten to this sort of big season 1 reveal. And so it sort of worked out in kind of a great way that I said this to Kennedy last week too, that it didn't feel like, even though we got cut a little bit short, it didn't feel like it compromised our story in any way.
Yeah, it was fortunate. I mean, that it worked out like that. It could easily have not worked out like that, but for us, it did. And as Noga was saying, because I was watching her part too, we definitely didn't want to be a show where everything that leads up to the season finale of episode 22 is irrelevant or, redundant. We wanted to be the
Right.
show where it's kind of like, oh, wow, we didn't make you wait. We didn't do the TV thing of like, oh, they don't tell the secret. It's like, no, they told the secret. They ripped off the Band-Aid, and now what? I think that's so
Right.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think, on behalf of all the fans watching and fans of the show, everyone owes you and Noga and everyone who makes this show a debt of gratitude, because you guys care so much
Aw.
about what you do, and it shows on screen. Is there anything you'd want to say by way of to anybody who's hanging out with us right now?
Well, we so appreciate all the fans watching, the audience members, their enthusiasm, their excitement, and their questions are wonderful. It makes us work harder and reach higher, and we love all of that. And I'm really proud of the environment that we've created as a culture. I think that we are, by and large, a very happy and welcoming and inclusive, and I think we are a classy joint, and we work very hard to keep it that way. And we really appreciate everybody who helps us uphold that standard of professionalism and behavior. We just love that about our audience and our people in the Vancouver family, the LA family, the cast, the executives. Everybody is wonderful.
I love that. Yeah, I do feel like I second that, and would want to say, from you and Noga and Larry and everyone at Fake Empire on down and sideways all around. I think it's one of those things where it's like people, when you meet somebody that you admire, you sort of hope that they don't kind of ruin it for you. And when I would say, like, if any fan of this show met any part of this show, it would live up to their hopes of who those
Oh,
people.
I must say the same about you, actually. Well, I was talking to your manager, I think, at the TCAs or something, and he was like, I've known Scott for blah, blah, blah years, and he was like, he's exactly the guy that you hope he is, and he will never disappoint you. So I'm happy to say that that's
Yeah,
been true for us. So
too sweet.
we're
Too
very
sweet.
grateful to you
Well,
for
I have
being
to.
a really good team captain. Uh-huh.
Well, thank
Oh,
you.
my son is saying
Thank.
hi. Jack, do you want to come say hi on the screen?
Hi, Jack.
Jackson. You have to come over here, honey, because the reception is really good over here. Scott, can you see him? There he is.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's my
buddy.
son Jackson.
We have a pair of Jacksons, you and I.
Yeah, how are your Jackson and Miller doing? And Lucy.
And Lucy, yeah, they're all holding up great. They're
Good.
it's a day by day adventure, as you know, but
Yeah.
but we're lucky, we're healthy, and we're getting a ton of
Yeah.
time with each other, which we love.
Oh, that's so sweet. I was impressed with your haircut. It's a haircut demonstration, right?
I did
Is that
okay.
what-
So I
I
cut
think it came out pretty well.
Jackson's. Well, that one came out great. Miller's went great. Jackson's was like not quite as successful.
Oh.
But I'm gonna post it too, because you can't just post your big successes. You have to.
Right.
You got to be real.
Do you want to tell Scott about my haircut for you? It was a briefer experience.
Did you cut his
So
hair?
well, only the back. Do you want to show folks the back of your head? No, he was saying that the redeeming quality of my hair was that no one would ever see the back of his neck. I didn't think it was so bad. It's shorter than it was before. Mission accomplished.
That's awesome. I know. I'm just trying to figure out how to cut my own.
Yeah, what are you doing? You look great. I mean, I don't know what folks are doing these days.
Well, thankfully, my hair was cut pretty short for the show before we shut down.
That's right.
So little did I know I had a good quarantine haircut. But which matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my hair is just going to get longer. I mean, fortunately, I have hair that it's virtually indistinguishable from, day 1 to day 60. It just looks the same, only a little bit longer.
Yes. Well, it always looks great.
Oh, that's very kind. Thanks.
Well, thank you. I want to let you go. I know you got to go do your. Is it worth it's kind of sort of what's the inside baseball a little bit to tell people like what you're about to do?
Sure. When we have an episode of Nancy Drew, it starts with the writers in the room and a blank whiteboard, and we talk about what's the emotional journey for Nancy, for the different characters this episode. What thematically is going on in her life that is kind of manifested in a ghost story and in some plot points of a mystery. And then we find a way to tell that story with our other characters and what's going on for them and what the mythology of the show needs at that moment in the season. We write it up in a 5 to 8 page prose document. that we send to the studio, and then they call us and they give us their thoughts, which is about to happen for me. And then we incorporate their thoughts and adjustments and feedback and, you know, really smart suggestions into a revised version of the same document for the network. Then they call us with their thoughts, and the studio may have thoughts on the network thoughts, and this network may have disagreed with.
Oh, I lost you for a sec. Are you back?
Then we write the script and the whole process gets repeated, and then we start to revise it, and then other people have thoughts from the actors or from production. They're like, we can't shoot in the woods at night in the rain with kids and animals, you know. And so cut to the Drew house with Nancy on the phone. Did you hear about that thing that happened in the rain at night with the woods and the animals and the kids? Oh my God, it was so dramatic. So this is kind of the life of an episode. I'm going to have to jump, but it's wonderful to talk to you. Congratulations on a fantastic season 1. Thank you for everything you've contributed to the show. And we so love having you as part of our family.
Oh man, it's just my favorite thing. I love being part of the show. Thank you for having me. Thank you for joining me today. Stay well.
Okay, you too.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Holy moly. Well, that was a good start. All right, so I'm gonna be back in a little bit. I'm gonna jump off here and go homeschool my kids for a second. And Kennedy is, I think, gonna jump on with me. I will make sure to post in the story when exactly she's gonna be on. I'm gonna be hopefully talking with Leah, and that should be super fun. I'm gonna talk with Riley a bit, and Larry Tang, our producing director, who is just one of the coolest, most talented people I've ever worked with, and a great dude. And looking forward to catching up with him. I'm gonna look at some of these. Oh, that said the cast is the best takeovers. I'll take that. I've got big shoes to fill. I think Kennedy took over. I know Riley took over. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Big love. Thank you for joining me right now. It's not gonna be long because it's already 1:30 Pacific time. And we're going to have to wrap up doing interviews in time for you guys to actually watch the show. So please keep posted on the story, and I'm going to keep you posted, but it might be within the next 15, 20 minutes or half hour that I have Larry or Leah or Riley or someone else. And that's it for now. All right. Thank you guys for joining me so much. And I'm going to answer some more questions when I jump on next. All right. Thanks, guys.